Hey everyone, today we are going to put this pump converter winterization kit on our water pump just to make life a little bit easier when it comes time to winterization. So everybody winterizes their boat different ways and blows it out with air compressors or filling up their water tank, emptying their water tank and filling it up with antifreeze. And I like to do a little bit of all of it. So what we're going to do is this converter kit, basically, as the water comes out of the water tank and goes into the water pump to push it up to all our sinks and our toilets, is this converter will go just prior to that. And then what we can do is, on a normal day in the summer when it's on, we'll have it open and the water will go through, and then we'll turn it to bypass to get it to come out the other side to go to this hose. And what we can do is, once the tank's empty, we can just open up the antifreeze and put this tube inside the gallon of antifreeze and have a few of them ready to go, and then the water pump will just pump it right out of the antifreeze container and push it through. So first thing you need to do is find your water pump. Ours is pretty easy to access. This is where the garbage can goes on the counter, and I can also get it from the cabinet underneath. So you need to see which way the water flows and which hose is coming from your water tank. So down on the bottom, there's actually an arrow pointing down, showing that the water is going this way. And when I come to the top, if I were to take this hose and follow this up, it actually it goes into the wall, which goes towards the front of the boat. There is no other water sources up front except for the tank, which is underneath the bed in the front. So we know that the water is coming through here and down. So we're going to take this bypass and we're just going to hook it up to right here. So first thing we need to do is drain all the water out of the main tank. And to do that, we're just going to turn the water on, both cold and hot water, and let that water pump run until that tank is completely empty. So all the water's out of the tank. First thing we're going to do is unscrew this. So on this one, there's some butterflies here, and we can just unscrew it and pull it out. Some old Teflon tape on there we'll remove. We'll put new Teflon on it with the new valve. So according to the directions on this, what we want to do is there's a female adapter right here that comes with the kit. Make sure that the gasket is seated inside both sides, and we're going to put this onto there. I'm just going to put some Teflon tape around here and screw this down on top. Put some Teflon tape on here. Port C is what will go into towards the pump, and we'll put that on there like that. Okay, so this is what we have. We put the dual female adapter on, some Teflon, put on the new splitter, screwed that on, and then screwed our water line back in. They're all hand tight, as tight as I can get it. I think it does say that you shouldn't use a wrench, at least on the fitting, as you could break it. This is what it looks like on the other side, excuse me. So nice and easy to reach. So when we have it this way, it's open and water will flow through like normal. When we want to winterize, we take the cap off. We take this and screw it on there and put this in the antifreeze. And then antifreeze will just come in from right here and go through all our lines. It's that simple. Okay, so now we're gonna do the system. First I'm gonna run the hot water heater, and I am gonna fill up the whole hot water heater. I did drain it already, but I still wanna be able to push any water that might be in there out, and it's okay if there's antifreeze in there. So I'm going to use a little bit more. This system kind of saves you antifreeze, so you don't have to fill up your water tank with antifreeze, but we'll probably use 6 gallons to go through our hot water heater. So I'm going to turn the pump on, and I have them all open, ready to go, and one by one we'll demand hot water, and we'll see where it goes. So turn that water pump on. It's pumping air. I'm going to demand hot water. pump it. That we're having is the hose. Okay, so that's why I make these videos, so you guys can learn from my mistakes. This hose really needs to be stretched out so that it's straight. As I demanded hot water, I put this through the top into it, but as it went down, it curled up. And you can't really see inside these bottles so well with the labels. I wasn't sure where it is. I knew that it was curling, kept trying to shove it in. So eventually I had to just cut a bottle open and hold it in there, and then use my other hand to just take another one and just pour it in there. So we ended up it worked. It took all the antifreeze, it ran it through the hot water and came out of the sink. I shut that off and went out to my shower outside and turned that on. So now I just gotta run some hot water in some other sinks. And then we'll do the cold water. So what I did now was I took a long screwdriver and just taped it. So I can put that down there, leave that like that. That way I can turn on the water pump and I can go to each faucet as it pulls it in. So we'll go back, panel, turn the water pump on, and turn the cold water on. And that won't take much to pull it right from in there. Pulling it down, and it's pink, plenty pink. Shut that off. Come in here, cold. On the cold and the hot. And toilet bowl water, splash it. So we get the shower water. Cold, hot. Oh, sorry, you can't see. It's all pink in the shower. Sucked it down. We'll shut that off for now. Okay. And I'll pour another one in there and then go to the other sinks, one outside the shower and the bar sink. Definitely making a little bit more of a mess than I wanted it to. But once I get it down, I do like it better than filling up the water tank on the outside of the boat. So we will turn the water pump back on and go outside. Bar sink. And see, it's instant pink. It's perfect. Shower. And I already came out before it did. It's hard to see, but it is right there. Okay, so overall I liked it. It was $24 at West Marine. I've seen them online for a little cheaper if you want to shop around. I think it would make it easier. Definitely worked out when I took this this tubing, and put the screwdriver on it so it went straight down. And it probably would have helped to have somebody help me so they could go outside and turn on the sinks as we go. And I could keep putting it in a new gallon of antifreeze. But overall, it worked well. Hope it helps.